Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey, Asshole Consulting, how you guys doing? We have a Clarey Test request on Andrew Yang. Hey, asshole, long-time listener, return customer. So can I get a Clarey Test on Andrew Yang? Also, what do you think about a UBI of $1,000 a month without any conditions? Without any conditions? It's just more parasitism. It's more Andrew Yang taking my money to bribe other losers to go vote for him. That's what it simply is. At its pure economic natural form, he's stealing my money to vote himself into office. And what impact do you think it will have on society? Personally, I think it is a good way to stave off the coming purge when people en masse get replaced by automation. I don't think that's going to happen. For example, trucking, since those guys are often ex-military with plenty of guns, I personally like my head where it is. Would like to avert a French Revolution situation until we have enough robo-soldiers to grease the losers, aka unable to adapt. It's amazing how the left is all for, oh, don't interrupt nature, don't get involved, let that wounded raccoon go off into the forest. But the second a human has throw all the money in the world, we just support these people that are unsupportable. And normally they would die off or at least not breed. We can't wait to take money from the productive members of society to give it to the single mom welfare whores of the world, to just spit out more single moms of the welfare whore world. And we just can't wait to get there. We gotta, it's just, I wrote about, it's called the parasitic human bubble, or the upcoming human bursting bubble, something like that. Basically, you're going to produce more humans that can actually, the parasites are going to outpopulate the producers. There'll be a very big crash, but no one listens to Clarey. But I don't think, and the larger point is if you just let people face reality, they wouldn't breed and these problems wouldn't exist. Also, I feel like there's a high probability they'll just turn every ghetto into a worse hellscape. Is anyone worth a damn will improve their situation and leave the insanity behind? I don't know. There are people who leave the ghetto, people who leave the barrio, people who leave the trailer park. I mean, anyone worth their salt looks at their situation and says if they're happy with it or not, acceptable or not, and the industrious and the productive ones leave. And then they go on and be successful. And everyone says, hey, you owe us. You came from us. You owe us, man. You're like, fuck you. I'm not you. You go work. Well, those living to wallow in their own filth will spiral down into further chaos, with the upside that they have no incentive to breed, at least like our current welfare system. Oh, yeah, because throwing all the money in the world prevented people from breeding. It just made them breed more. I don't know if you read the statistics, but the dumber you are, the poorer you are, and the more welfare you are, the more you spit out kids. All right, so let's go look at Andrew Yang. I kind of know he came from wealth. I think his parents are both engineers, and he's a poli-sci pussy. He's I'm an entrepreneur, Andrew Yang. Yeah, entrepreneur. You give me your parents' money, Andrew, I'll go do a lot more than you. Yeah, an entrepreneur, it's like these non-profit kind of touchy-feely things where it's like not a publicly traded firm and it employs 7,000 people and is headquartered in Fort Worth, Texas. Born 1975 as an American entrepreneur, founder of Venture for America. Let's look at that, shall we? What's Venture for America? It's a non-profit organization. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Andrew. Just go fuck yourself. Because you see, Andrew, okay, you're a wantrepreneur, Andrew. Entrepreneurs create shit that people just can't wait to throw their money because it benefits them. Entrepreneurs go and bet. You're a professional white-collar panhandler. That's all you are. You're not an entrepreneur. He's a panhandler. And a U.S. 2020 presidential candidate. Of course you are. He worked in startups and early-stage growth companies and the founder executive of 2000 to 2009. Okay, what were they? After he founded VFA, the Obama administration selected him in 2012 as a champion of change. In 2015 as a presidential. Dude, this guy's got no... Okay, we'll go look at his Manhattan Prep. That's his career, Manhattan Prep. IMF to go work for Zeke Vanderhulk at a small test preparation of Manhattan Prep. Take over as CEO. CEO of Manhattan Prep, the company primarily provided GMAT test preparation. So he's a tutor. Graduated from Columbia Law, career in corporate attorney, Davis Polk and Wardell. He left the firm in 2000, launching Star Giving, a website celebrity. Okay, he went right into nonprofit, raised capital. Okay, yeah, you know what? You don't get any real world. No, you don't. I don't care. You did a 2-month stint in law, then you immediately went into the 503c bullshit because you didn't want to work. This guy's never. Okay, degree, immigrant parents from Taiwan. Hey, ask your parents about Chiang Kai-shek and how much they loved communism. Parents met while they were both graduate school, University of California, Berkeley. His father graduated with a PhD in physics and worked in the research labs of IBM and General Electric, generating over 69 patents in his career. God, you are a failure to your parents. You must just be a fucking failure. Oh my God. Your dad does all this amazing shit. You're like, I started a non-profit. Sucking on his mom's thing. Mommy, I help tutor people. I'm a presidential ambassador. His mother graduated with a master's degree in statistics and later became an artist. Yang attended Phillips Exterior Academy and boarding school in New Hampshire. Attended Brown, Bachelor's of Art in Economics, worthless degree. Law school, worthless degree. Received a Juris Doctor. Okay, so came from wealth, no real degree, has no real world working experience. What is he doing now? He's nonprofit. He gets a score of 4, the worst score you could possibly get. This man is exactly why the Clarey Test was created, because he is not a real man. He is not a real woman. He has never supported himself. He is a parasite. He is a spoiled, pampered little brat. All he knows is other people's money. Surprise! He's a Democrat. Oh my goodness. He's been a professional white-collar panhandler his entire life. This man never paid his own rent. I bet you his ass is just baby smooth because it's just got so much baby powder on it. He's just so pampered. Would I want to have a beer with him? Hell no. This guy could not interest me in the slightest. Although he did have one interesting idea about taxes. He is different, I'll admit that, but I just couldn't care. This is an inferior person. This is not a man. This is a child. This is my antithesis. This is a Mark Dayton. This is a Dean Phillips, not to do all Minnesota politics. This is just another trust fund baby brat. And you people are getting all excited about the Yang train. Should he run for office? No, he shouldn't. He should be banned from running for public office. But, you know, you guys will vote in Ocasio-Cortez because she also has no real-world working experience. So then, universal basic guaranteed income. Let's go back to your question. I don't care about Yang. All right. Also, what do you think about the UBI $1,000 a month without any conditions? Well, then that's horrible. See, there's a benefit to UBI, and that is if you get rid of all the other social programs. Like, here's your one program, because you eliminate the overhead and therefore the cost to the taxpayers of managing scores of programs. Scores. TANF, WIC, EBT, straight up welfare, although I think welfare is one of those. There's so many different types. Disability. No, here's your check. There's some problems with it. When you give money to stupid people, they'll piss it away. They'll go buy weaves and drugs and what else? Meth and mullet wearers and whatever, trailer park hubcaps, whatever it is, dumb, poor people piss away their money on. They won't spend it on content, but you'd have to be hard with them. Say, no, you had your money. What more do you want? And no one's got the balls to do it. So I like the idea of UBI, but you're like, no, we end it today, motherfuckers. We end it today. Like, there's no more government programs. And then, yes, it may, actually, the recipients might actually get more money because there's no means tested or anything like that. The taxpayers save a lot of money because we're not employing millions of worthless, I have my master's degree in social work. I mean, that right there would save you probably, maybe not hundreds, but definitely tens of billions a year. So there's some merit if you do it right. Yeah, but we say without any conditions? Oh, hell no. Hell no. So I took some notes here, and I'll just go over my opinion of UBI, but it's all contingent on things and stuff, and if it's done right. So first off, no matter how you do it, it is like any other welfare, social program, or wealth transfer. It's morally reprehensible. It's parasitism. It's theft. It's just a leech, another human sucking your blood out of you, where the Democrat says, hey, that leech will vote for me, so I'm going to vote to take your money and blood and give it to the leech. That's what it is. So I'm against it on principle. Charity is private. Charity is private. That's just where the old captain is. So I'm against it on principle right off the bat. But if we're going to have it, if we're going to have a welfare state, which we are, UBI, if done correctly, is much more preferable to the multiple social welfare program shit show that we have going on now. So if you got rid of all the welfare programs and you consolidate it into UBI, I'd even be willing to give away more than $1,000 because I'm sure we'd save the money. And it'd be income tested. I think there'd have to be some kind of test. You just don't give everybody $1,000 a month. It'd be superior, but you'd have to say no, you don't. And there'd be like a year or two where people would be dying in the streets and poor because they pissed it away on shit, on booze, on drugs, or whatever. Say no, you don't get any more. Too freaking bad. Or there'd even be maybe a way like you get an account with Walmart, like. You get your allotment of food. You get you can only take out food. You can only take out kind of like an EBT card. But yeah, that's in the ideal world. Here's your money. You're smart enough to budget and take care of yourself, which I don't think stupid poor people are capable of doing. If we force sterilization on people that collect UBI, oh hell yeah, oh hell yes. I'd be. Here's $5,000 a month. There you go. Done. And you would see a resurgence in Western civilization and economic growth and a shrinking of the state ASAP. ASAP. I mean, one generation, it'd be done. You'd only have producers left over, and our tax burden would go down by about a good third. At least a third at the state and federal level. So in that case, I'd be very much for you because you're basically paying the losers and the stupid and the morons and the parasites not to breed anymore. But if we don't have that caveat, all it is more socialism. All it is more enslaving the producers for the parasites. Which then leads to, where do you think it would go? Well, what you're going to inevitably will happen. We have a problem with mold. What are we going to do? Let's throw more bread on the mold. We got moldy bread. What should we do? Throw more bread on it. And that's all you're going to do is you're going to have, it's going to come to the point where you're not going to be able to produce enough bread to keep the mold going. You're not going to have enough producers to support the parasites, and then you're going to have empty shelves. Then there'll be riots, there'll be a civil war, and it's not going to be a cold civil war where you tit-tat and nanny boo-boo and tisk on the internet. It's going to be, give me your money and your food and your nope, here's my guns, eat some bullets type of thing. That'd be way down the road, and certainly technology can delay that, and robots can delay that, automation can delay that, but in the end, you gotta understand, humans are not moral. I'm a misanthrope because humans suck. They fucking suck. If given the choice, 9 out of 10 humans will be mold. They'll sit on their ass and do nothing. Even Republicans, even conservatives, and you give them the money, they'll just sit on their ass. And then another thing that will happen is society will actually become nothing different than mold. What's a person that just collects a check and sits there and watches Jerry Springer all the day eating bonbons? What kind of person is that? Is that any different than mold? They're just consuming resources. That's it. They don't produce anything. At least, what is it? Yeast. Maybe that's a mold or not. They produce alcohol. There's a benefit to yeast, or was it carbonation they make? You can use that. But mold, I don't know what mold makes. I don't know what mold does. I think it does absolutely nothing. I watch some idiot, it's technically used in these medical. Shut the fuck up. But you think about how sad and pathetic and weak a society that is, where you're just paid to live. You have to work for it. You don't really learn what it is to be independent. You're not going to be held to, no, you can't breed. Oh no, we're just going to spit out more. And no one has a clue. So like, well, what do I do? Money just comes from the government. You're just going to have nowhere else does that happen naturally in nature. where it's just like you do nothing, you do absolutely nothing. The lion doesn't leave the den, the Giselle doesn't reach for the grass, and you just sit there. That doesn't happen because those eco structures or ecosystems of those animals would die out. So we're going to basically enslave the producers for the benefit of the parasites until the producers can no longer produce enough to support the parasites, so they'll just die. But the larger point is like, what kind of life is that? I know, we all know what kind of life it is because we effectively do have a UBI of sorts through all these different programs. It's like being a welfare bum. It's like being somebody who always collects the government. They collect the government. It's like being Andrew Yang. He's never known any real work. You just, mom and dad give you money, and then you try, I'm in school, oh my goodness, economics, I don't want to go work, I want to go into law. I worked, oh my God, it's so hard, I want to work for this law firm anymore. I'm going to start a non-profit. Oh my goodness, I'm Andrew Yang, yay. I mean, now I'm going to go run for office. I mean, those are the more industrious ones, but most people, for Christ's sake, they're going to end up with a fucking heroin needle in their arm. They're going to, you can see it. You can definitely see, go to Wyoming. My God, the amount of meth, the amount of booze, because there's jack fuck all shit to do. And you may know Wyoming as a conservative Republican stronghold, but trust me, I live there. You go there, it's just trailer trash. And they're like, really, for the most part, most of those people might as well put a goddamn bullet in their heads. Because their life is nothing but misery, going down, working at the gas station, collecting their earned income credit, trying to support the kids that they shouldn't have had in the first place because Jessup didn't use a condom on his cousin. You could talk about Southside Chicago, same thing. You could talk about the barrio and wherever, LA or whatever. Any poor, destitute class of people where all they know is to live off a government check. What the fuck? Why? I mean, that's a life? That's a life? That's a tragic waste of life is what that is. Because no one tells them, hey, get off your ass and stop having more kids than you can afford. Go to college. Get a degree in engineering. Do something with your life. Stop sitting here watching TV, playing video games all day. Go climb a mountain. Go do. You're going to die. Tickety-tock, tickety-tock. Now, hey, here's some white man money. Now come vote for me. Okay. You tell me who your enemy is. Here's life. Hey, enjoyment, fun, exercise, do, jump, fall in love, have kids, loving family, stay stable, nuclear family. You know, anything, trial, fail, success, legacy. Democrat, hey, I'll give you other people's money if you vote for me. You can have free shit, okay? Democrats should just be ashamed of themselves, but they're not capable. They're not capable. So that's my opinion about UBI. It's not right. The only way you'd use this with all these attachments, like, yeah, you're getting sterilized, you're not having no more fucking kids, and we're getting rid of all the other social programs. Otherwise, it's just more money. It's just, remember when it wasn't a Democrat. This is George Bush Jr. Do you remember when he gave everybody, I think it was like a $300 credit? Like everybody got $300? What the fuck did that do? They thought that was going to stop the Great Recession. That's what they thought. I don't know if you remember that. That was hilarious. I think Obama also just gave people money in Detroit. Money, or maybe it was Obama phones. What the fuck did that do? Well, that sure closed the gap between black and whites. Good going, Obama. Wait, are blacks still dead last place? Oh, they are. It didn't materially improve the situation of the people they claim to help out the most. And that's why UBI is not going to solve anything. It's just going to create mold, human mold. That's all it's going to create. All right, questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Check out all my links down below. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.